In the way that I see some of you guys is you take the shot, you're leaning into the knee, he falls, and you'll be here, and don't get me wrong, you could still finish here all day long, you know what I mean? You can climb up the leg, he'll probably whizzer here, so I mean, that kind of thing, you want to make sure you're posting that leg out, so he's not making us hip to hip, sit over to this leg, so his whizzer, so when I sit back, I have that pressure, you see his hand, see how it's getting pressurized, his fingers are white? All right? That pressure here is what I'm looking for. This one I don't want. So you want to sit back into this and then just put it back up. I like to just trap it in my body here. He'll still be trying to pull me forward, but my knees got me nice, and I just reach here, and I always just bump to the side over there. From there, if he keeps his whizzer, you can keep this, stud your cradle, or I could jump out of this and just come to the head. But he's kind of in a jam at that moment. We're hip to hip. He's under me. I have control of that hip by that leg across my body, all right? So now we take that high crotch, and this is where hopefully some of you guys can challenge yourself, is take your high crotch to your outside single. And if you take your outside single, you should be able, if you can make that rotation, you can take your high crotch to a side-by single, all right? So if I'm in here and I take my high crotch, there, I have to be able to drive this knee down, reshoot, rotate, finish, and clear here. All right? And that hand that I'm throwing in here, that you guys see me do, is so when I pull this clear here, he's going to want to step. So when I come here, I try to get that grip. So I have that ability to make sure he can't, then I can just drop my shoulder forward. All right? So on the high crotch here, I'm going to lower my level, all the normal stuff. I'm going to come through that window, but remember, you're not looking at a normal high crotch. You're looking to blow through this corner, maybe get lucky under that hip. Here, you might want to sell yourself a little bit short, all right, on your high crotch so you can get around that corner. If you overcommit here and he doesn't clear this, it's hard to get around that. So depending on what your skill level is, you might want to just feel that out first. But here, I'm going to shoot my normal high crotch, drive it down, rotate. You're going to execute both techniques, and that's where kids mess up. Everybody just thinks it's a high crotch, and you're just there, and then he falls on that corner, and I fall down. All right? It's all about executing both moves. Your high crotch, your head's up, you're driving with your head, and then as you go for your outside single, your head will rotate right in, hit here. All right? So, body position. If you're head heavy on your high crotch, you're never getting around that corner. Chest up, hips in. Some people are sitting back on their heel here. That means you're not leaning into your drop step. That means you're not going to have power when you make contact. You're going to have less power than him. You want to be ahead of your knee a little bit when we make contact. If you're sitting into your high crotch like that, now he's compressing into that. You want to get there on contact and be off of this. Here, here. All right? Notice my head was up. Notice the rotation there. Contact, rotate. Contact, rotate. If you overcommit here with space to rotate your head in, he's going to have space to square up and sprawl. So the idea is when you're sitting there right now going, oh my God, I get this, shut up. Think about the fact that you need tight, tight. Both rotations are tight. So when you think you're a rock star, make sure that's happening. On two, 1, 2.